So what we want to do in this section is we want to add an animation. Now, I've got an animation here that I've got from Mixamo. If I can find it, what have I done with it? There we go. Mixamo, there we go. So Mixamo, it's picking up animation, as you can see here. I haven't included it in here because I'm not sure of the legalities of including their content in your stuff, so I have to be very careful. But you can go to Mixamo and find this. I just typed in picking up and it came up with this. You'll also need to look at retargeting. This can be found on YouTube or the internet. You just need to type in Unreal retarget Mixamo animations. It's really good to know anyway, because it allows you to retarget any animation, and it's something that you'll need to know anyway if you don't know it. So what we do, we've got our animation there. We want to go to our blueprints, our scroll, and what we want to do is we want to, when it interacts, the message is sent, that it starts to play an animation, which is our picking up animation. It waits until the animation's finished and then displays our widget. So what we'll do is we'll drag off of here, animation, what do we want? We want to get the player character, animation, and we want to play an animation to it. There are other ways of doing this with things like animation blueprints, but that gets into quite complicated for this. Very good to know, but not quite what we need at the moment. So we need to set our animation, so we've got our picking up. So if we play that, what will happen is you'll probably go incredibly fast, you won't even see it. Yeah, so you can see in the shadow there that he's doing something. So we need to delay this, so that's pretty simple. So drag off of that, delay. Say we'll delay it for 4 seconds. So we'll go up to our scroll. He's going to pick it up. So we probably want it to delay it 6 seconds. Or, no, what we'll do is we'll leave that at 4. And we want to look for our animation, which is pick. And we'll set the play rate to be slightly faster because it's just a little bit too slow. So if we watch that now, maybe a bit faster. Yeah, so that'll do. So now try that. Spot on. So that's spot on. So what we'll do to make this a little bit more realistic is we'll put the scroll on the floor for this. So do that. And we'll then want to increase the sphere trace, because if you look, we ain't even hitting it. So what we need to do is go to our player. So we go to the third person blueprints, third person character. So this is our player third person character is what we set up at the beginning of sphere trace. So what we need to do is we want to set our radius. Let's think. Let's just drop that. So that's just chucked it out as far as I hoped. We want to put that back as it was 60. Increase this to try 100. There we go. So we now got some interaction, but it isn't working because it's still interacting with the floor. So we want maybe to back that off a bit. So it's just clipping the top. There we go. So what that was doing before is that was hitting the ground before we could even see the scroll. So now you see a problem here is that he's stuck like some weird robot. So we need to reset that. So back to our scroll. So No, that would be our HUD. Would that be our HUD? Yes, it would. So go to HUD, go to Graph. So when this is closed, we want it to get player character, animation, and we want to set animation mode to animation. Why isn't it working? Use animation blueprint. Let's just try that. Usually there's a little drop down there. There we go. So that's sorted out. So just a quick recap. What we did there is we went Graph, we added in animation mode, and then set that to animation blueprint. That's the default character animation blueprint, so that's set that. So what we want to do here is comment. So remove the HUD and enable player movement. And this is going to reset player animation. So that's that. And what have we got up here? We've got anything up here? Nope. So in here we want to get player controller and interaction name and set. So then we want to do the same in here. C, get interaction name and interaction text. So that, I'm pretty sure, is it for our HUD. And then we want to, only reason I'm doing this, I'm sure you're very aware, thinking, why are you doing this, is I want to show the importance of this for, you know, the future. So I don't want you to sort of be skipping naming stuff and getting yourself in real trouble later on. So this will set the animation to play. Let's just drag this off a bit here. Let's give us a bit of space. Put that in there and delay till end. And then we got, oh, that's sorted, that's sorted. And display HUD and disable movement. So that's pretty simple in what we've done. We can add little things in here, for instance, like you can promote this to a variable, and there is a way in here that you can set it so that you can basically apply an animation here inside the editor window, which will allow you to add more flexibility. These are all little things you can look into. I've just shown you the base functionality here of creating a simple scroll type system and, you know, sending it to the HUD, etc. So you can see it's pretty easy once you get your head around it. It's not one of those that's overwhelming. I hope I've done an alright job of explaining everything to you. You know, you can trigger sounds in here that, you know, he's picking up, and you could be, you know, whilst he's reading, you can loop a sound that's like him humming or him mumbling or something as if he's reading. You know, all adds to the interactivity and obviously the actual gameplay. It makes it feel like it's more, there's more going on. What we will do next is add a simple particle system, just so that when we're looking at our scroll, because obviously something like that you wouldn't notice in the woods, but you would want something to grab your attention around it. So we'll emit a simple particle from that in the next tutorial, and then I think we're pretty much there.